Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Vice Mayor Cruz,
Here.
Councilmember Mollison,
Here.
Councilmember Campion,
Here.
Councilmember Lamson,
Here.
Mayor Hewer.
Here. Sergeant Juan Vallejo, if you'll meet me at the podium. Sergeant Vallejo is going to lead us in the prayer, lead us in the flag salute. So if you'll join me in a silent prayer, and if everybody will keep Sacramento County Deputy Mark Sasek and his family in our thoughts. We had a tragedy yesterday. Sergeant Juan Vallejo was born on February 26, 1990, in French Camp, California. At the age of 4, he moved to the city of Galt, where he lived most of his childhood. After graduating from Galt High School in 2008, he spent a year at Delta College in Stockton, California. Juan Vallejo enlisted in the United States Marine Corps on November 15, 2011, and reported to Marine Corps Recruit Depot in San Diego. In July 2012, Juan Vallejo reported to 3rd Assault Amphibian Battalion as an AAV crewman, where he spent 6 years operating and maintaining amphibious, am I saying that right, assault vehicles. Sergeant Juan Vallejo went on the 31st MEU in June 2014 and again in March 2016. Sergeant Juan Vallejo returned from deployment in March of 2016 and checked into the Marine Corps' recruiting school and is currently recruiting for the city of Galt and Elk Grove. Sergeant Vallejo's personal awards include 2 Good Conduct Medals, 2 Certificates of Accommodation, 3 Meritorious Mass, and 2 Naval and Marine Corps Achievement Medals. Sergeant Vallejo is married to the former Miss Gloria Basso Padilla from Ione, California, and have 2 children, Victoria and Naya. Okay. If you'll lead us in the flag.
Salute. Pledge. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of Galt, here's a little gift, and if you'd like to say anything, you're welcome to do that.
Thanks, everybody.
Agenda approvals, additions, and/or deletion, replay statement, I'm sorry.
This meeting of the Galt City Council will be cablecast on Metro Cable 14, the local government affairs channel on the Comcast Consolidated Communications, and AT&T Uverse cable systems. The meeting is closed captioned and webcast at www.sacmetrocable.tv. Today's meeting will air Friday, September 21st at 9 a.m. and Saturday, September 22nd at 9 a.m. The City Council meeting videos are also archived on the city's website, and a DVD copy is available for checkout from any library branch.
Agenda approval, additions, and deletions. We will C2 Beautification Committee Annual Report to City Council will be tabled until the following meeting. Do we have any other changes?
I'll have to recuse myself on H1.
Okay. Okay. Public comment? Oh, I'm sorry. So, new employee introductions. Wastewater system operator Wade. Well, I'm so bad at names.
Wade Luthi. Wade's a unique character. And, he came to us via Merced and San Benito and Livingston and also Rio Vista. But what's unique about him is that he's a certified operator already. He has several years' experience. He has provided us tremendous support initially when he first got here. And so it's really happy to have him. He's been here about a month, and it was a good catch. Thank you, Cora. Here's Wade. You want to say a few things?
I don't really have anything to say.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wade.
Human Resource Analyst Roxanne Angiano? Angiano?
Mayor, council members, city staff, I'm so excited to introduce the newest member of HR. This is Roxanne Angiano. She has assumed the position of HR analyst, as you've already stated. Some of the areas of HR that Roxanne will be overseeing are functions of recruitment and selection, leave of absences, workers' compensation, employee training, and classification and compensation. Roxanne grew up in South Los Angeles and was the first in her family to attend college. She earned a Bachelor's of Arts degree in sociology with an emphasis on sociology of work and organizations from UC Berkeley. She began her career in human resources as a regional manager and HR assistant for a K-12 private tutoring company serving the greater Northern California region. She later became a human resource generalist for McDonald's restaurants and most recently worked for Folsom Cordova Unified School District in the Human Resources Division. For Roxanne, human resources is not only a career choice, but it is her passion. She is committed to serving the city of Galt and looks forward to serving the best interest of all the employees.
Mayor, Vice Mayor, and respective council members, I would like to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to serve the city of Galt as the human resource analyst. I look forward to working and developing meaningful relationships with all of you and to being of noble service to the dedicated employees of the city of Galt. Thank you for your time.
Welcome, Roxanne. Okay, item 2 is tabled. Planning Commission Annual Report to City Council.
Thank you, Mayor Hewer. Paul Sandhu, Vice Chair of the Planning Commission, will give the report. Before he starts, I would like to add that there was an error on the attendance report. It showed all commissioners absent in October of last year, and that's not true. If they were absent, we wouldn't have met. So a revised attendance sheet was provided at the start of the meeting. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Paul.
Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, city staff, and member of the community. It was my pleasure to present the Council with the Planning Commission Annual Report for fiscal year 2018. This report outlined the Commission's activities. Planning Commission plays a vital role in ensuring the continued growth and success of City Galt by taking action on the variety of development, application, and granting that the integrity of the city's general plan is maintained and city ordinance are complied with. Planning Commission makes a decision on entitlements like subdivision maps, design review, use permit, and variances. Commission will also make recommendation to the City Council for other development entitlements. Planning Commission worked on a numerous of high-profile projects this year, including industrial annexation project, veranda at River Oak, the Tree Ridge apartment expansion, the South Sacramento Habitat Conservation Plan, and we approved the apartment of the historic building at 4th Street and C Street. We also approved 2 tentative subdivision map extensions, one for the Fair Oak project, the other for the Cedar Flat Estates. We approved a map amendment for the Dry Creek Oaks Senior project and also made recommendation on their architectural plans. In addition, the Planning Commission made recommendation to the city council on the ordinance changing the setback for fence on side yard. Planning Commission also approved the annual CIP, general plan conformance check. The recommended approval of the annual general plan and housing element progress report. We are at the Planning Commission appreciate the opportunity to work with staff and dive into the development project as well as the ordinance amendments. The Planning Commission does not hesitate to roll up their sleeves and get to work in order to help make project work for Galt. I would like to thank you, my fellow commissioners, for their efforts. Chair Leanne McFadden, Sherry Daly, Craig Morris, and Keith Jones. I also like to thank you, Doug Canal, who left the commission earlier this year. This concludes the Planning Commission report to the council. I would like to thank council for the opportunity to serve the community and to provide the report. At the last, if anybody have any question in a detailed report, I think Chris Harris, he's a development director, should be able to give all the answer. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Public comment? You gonna read it?
Just a second. Under Government Code Section 54954.3, members of the public may address the city council on non-agenda items. The public comment section is for the city council to receive comments. Except for brief responses to questions, no discussion or action may be taken on any item that is not listed on the agenda. Please limit comments to a maximum of 5 minutes. Speaker cards are located on the table inside the entrances to the council chambers. Once completed, forward the card to the clerk. Those persons wishing to speak on any items scheduled on the agenda will be given an opportunity to do so at the time the item is being considered.
Rick Walters?
Thank you, Council. I've been away for about a year, almost a year, but I've been doing business for the city with the Melrose, School of Melrose, which is going to have some good news for you guys pretty soon, saving hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But my comment tonight is about the garbage, that expansive increase of $13 a month. And I have some questions and statements, and I hope you answer my questions between now and January 17th. What is the reason for eliminating the 20-gallon can if the purpose is to reduce the amount of garbage to landfill? The 20-gallon can that I have right now, I only use half of it. Next one. I have no lawn waste, and the tree, leaves, and brush can be mulched and put back into the landscape. Why do I need an extra can for that? Will these new fees be used to support a transfer station by any means necessary? In other words, equipment, et cetera, et cetera. Can we opt out of the green waste? Can we opt out of the 38-gallon can that's shoved on us and keep the 20-gallon can? What is the ultimate cost of a zero waste? And I hope you explain what zero waste means down the road, because that's where California is going. What is the garbage impact fees for new homes? Have you looked into that? What is our diversion percentage as of this year? Don't know that either. What does the policy from Sacramento say as to the cost of this program that cities can charge? How do you know that the $13 increase per month is not overcharging if you don't have a plan? And I've been asking for a plan, and I haven't received one yet. It's been said the present councils cannot hold future councils to an agreement. So if our council members are changed at the next election, does that agreement still go through? Can anybody answer me that? As have all of our council members read the new law from Sacramento concerning garbage recycling? Have you read the law? It's not in the computers in the city, so you must have gone online to get it. So I hope you all have read it. I just need a copy. Seniors were supposed to be given a cost for water, April, to look into the water issue, and you didn't do that because of the low water usage. Will this apply to the garbage use also? And why did this council and city staff agree to not raise garbage rates for 5 years, from 2013 to 2018? That's the question I would like to have answered tonight, is why did the council not raise garbage rates for 5 years? Thank you.
Thank you. Jean? Do you have any that,
Yeah, I had a lot of questions there. Yeah, I can get back to the council with answers.
Yeah.
will you meet with Mr. Walters or get back with Mr.
Absolutely.
Walters about it? Yeah. And the reason that there wasn't an increase for 5 years, my understanding is,
Well,
that
the Cal Waste did decide not to do the increase. They didn't
they
ask
didn't
for it.
ask for it. Where am I at my list? Oh, sorry. Dan Jimenez?
Dan Jimenez, and I live here in the city, and thank you for the opportunity to let me speak tonight. I wasn't here at the last council meeting when they had the presentation on Cal Waste. I watched it at home, and I'm glad that I did, because some of it made sense, but a lot of it, I had a lot of questions about that. So some of my questions are as follows. What types of things is Cal Waste bringing in from other cities that they're processing here? And if they are bringing stuff from other cities, what cities are they? You know, is it Harrow, Lodi, whatever? That was never explained. That was sort of just glossed over purposely. What is the city charging Cal Waste to operate here in this city? In the presentation, the consultant said that if all the reduction goals were made, that the city would be in compliance with the state requirements. That statement struck me as very odd at the least. Isn't it Cal Waste's responsibility to keep the city in compliance? Isn't that what we're paying them for? Why did the two council members who are on the advisory committee let Cal Waste put that responsibility back on us? I don't feel it should be our responsibility. We're paying a company to keep us in compliance. So that responsibility should not be shifted over. That should never have been in there. Or maybe,
It is not, it is Cal Waste's responsibility if you read the contract.
well, sorry, Kirk, but I listened to it twice.
Well, it's in the
That's what the consultant said.
It's in the
In fact, when I get the overhead charts, I can show it to you.
Well, you have to remember, state's not going to fine Cal Waste, they're going to fine the city. And in the contract, that defense is then tendered to Cal Waste. It is their responsibility.
But you have to remember, we're paying the company to do that job for us.
Exactly, and it is their responsibility.
Okay, going on. In that presentation, the statement was made that if these increases were turned down by the voters, that service would suffer. Again, what does that mean? No council member asked that question. Did that mean they were going to not collect our garbage? Does that mean they'd only process our stuff every 2 weeks? Or are they going to pack their operation and move out of town? Nobody asked that question. It was nothing. They also said that they needed a room for expansion because of all these new requirements. So that means their operation here in town is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. To me, it's like an elephant that you can never put on a diet. Billing services, also written in here, where the city, does the billing for the utility bills, which includes Cal Waste. And I'm sure that the city gets back the wages that that individual is performing that service. But beyond that, if that's a city employee doing that, is Cal Waste helping with wage increases? Is it helping with retirement funds? Is it helping with medical bills or medical plans? I don't think so. Okay, if this council approves this deal, you're going to throw a lot of good people under the bus, especially seniors. Please show us you're willing to fight for us. Saying you feel bad about the increases, especially for people on fixed income, that's not good enough. It's your responsibility to get us the best deal you can for us. That's your responsibility. Don't go through the motions of just sitting up there and not asking questions
your time is
and
up.
not saying anything. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you. Elk Grove Galt Cert. Welcome.
Mayor, City Council members, my name is Robert Brower. I am from Consumnes Fire. I am here representing CERT, the Elk Grove Galt CERT team. We have members here showing our support to the program. I want to start by telling you I really appreciate the support you've given our program and the continued support that we've been getting from you folks. I want to tell you that our CERT members here that you see in yellow and yellow vests, if you see them at an event here in town, they're here to help. They're here, they're first responders. They're well-trained to help the community. We've had those members show up to multiple, from scratches and nicks to people trapped under trees. They're there to help the community, and they're there to support the community. With that said, I wanted to thank you. May 15th, I know I'm a little behind the 8 ball, but I want to thank you from direct discretionary funds from Councilmember Lamson. She gave us $500, which will go to great use to support the folks in our CERT team. It can buy equipment, it can buy medical supplies as we go out to these events. So I really want to give a heartfelt thank you for the support that you've given our team. I would like to also update you with a few changes we've had to our team in the last year. We've had a new coordinator come on board. We have some new blood coming into the program. His name is Sam Griffiths, who's here. He's going to speak about some of the events, some of the things that have recently happened. I would like to also tell you that newly promoted Battalion Chief Quiggle is now representing our department as a battalion chief for the CERT program, and he supports it on the fire side greatly. So I wish he could be here. He wanted to be here. He is currently on Task Force 7. He's on the East Coast with the hurricane efforts. They're on swift water rescue detail right now, trying to help the victims out there. So with that, I'd like to introduce Sam Griffiths, who is our new program coordinator, who will speak about a couple things. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Sam Griffiths. I'm also with the Consumnes Fire Department. I've had the honor to work with these fine men and women at the Oak Grove Galt CERT. A couple events that we've done this year. We've done the extravaganza as well as the Balloon Festival and Herald's Day. Along with that, we've had a few medical aids that have come from those, unfortunately. But Due to these, again, fine men and women, we were able to treat that patient accordingly and get them to the hospital, and they're doing just fine. Again, I want to talk about a little bit about rehab. It's a brand-new program that we've started with Consumers Fire that is being staffed solely by Elk Grove Galt CERT, and that gives our firefighters some rehab when they're feeling exhausted and overworked. So can expect to see a little saving money that way. Right now, we've just got done with level 3, which has graduated 30 students last Saturday, and a level 2, which has graduated 15 CERT members again from that class. And we're looking to start a level 1, which is the first responder course here September 26th. So a lot of exciting stuff going on right now. That's all I had. And if you got anything else? Thank you.
I would like to expand a little bit on the rehab program that we have here. It's not just for our fire department. As we expand the rehab program, it is being offered up to the police department. We've done standbys up in Elk Grove, and we hope to be doing those down here soon, which we allow the CERT members, they'll give shade, they'll give cooling efforts, they will give Gatorades, waters, and some snacks to those individuals that are helping out on the police department along with the fire department. So we offer that up to you. If there's any questions, we are here to answer those for you. Okay. With that, I want to thank you for the time that you've given us today. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Robert.
Reports by city council members on regional boards, commissions, and committees. Mr. Molson?
Oh, I've been to a couple things. I attended the planning commission meeting the other night. Been to 3 chamber ribbon cuttings. Vet stock was there. Oh, the senior club dinner too, the spaghetti dinner, right across the street from Vet stock. It was kind of interesting, especially when the EMS showed up. Anyhow, that's another story. And then the ribbon cutting at the Galt Community Park and the movie night. I really enjoyed that. And can we get a report back on cost, perhaps? Because I'm thinking maybe I want to bring that up to the Parks and Rec Commission, because it's kind of a neat event. Maybe have a couple next summer, spring.
There was no cost to that event. Walmart purchased the licensing fee for us, and Save Mart donated the popcorn. Jackie and I are both mid or exempt employees, so there was no cost there. So
It was a fun evening.
yeah.
That's it.
Councilmember Campion?
Not much. I was with Mr. Molson as well as you, Cruz, at the ribbon cutting. But I wanted to let people know we finally have a date for the HCP committee meeting, which will be at the end of October. So we will be meeting the 29th. So that'll be good.
Councilmember Lamson?
Nothing but League of Cities, and we're going to wait to report on that.
Vice Mayor Cruz?
Couple of things. The STA meeting went rather rough. The primary thing they were running into was supporting actually not supporting Prop 6. They ran into a bit of an issue with voting. They had a quorum at the time, but all it took was one vote going in the opposite direction to change the whole color of things. So they scrambled to get 2 other people from upstairs to come down to help out. Don't know how legal that was, but it happened. On a different note, SACOG Transportation Committee met on September 6th. Among the items discussed was the November grant schedule, and I understand we have 2 grants that are going to be considered. So keep our fingers crossed, and we'll keep pushing to make that happen. I understand Mr. Palazzo will be meeting with each of the council members to tell us what's going to be happening.
That's correct.
Thank you. That's all I have.
So I attended down in Long Beach also, the League of California Cities, and will report out at the next meeting. Information consent calendar. Minutes of the regular meeting of September 4th, 2018. Receive and file warrants for the period ending September 6th, 2018. Driver safety and vehicle use program. Approval of the City of Galt Personnel Manual as amended. Award of the bid for the wastewater treatment plant east side roadway project. appropriation of funds for library roof repairs, resolution for the resolution of the City Council of the City of Galt designating filing positions, disclosure categories for conflict of interest, and the treasurer's report for the period ending July 2018. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Vice Mayor Cruz, second by Councilmember Molson. Roll call vote.
Vice Mayor Cruz?
Aye.
Councilmember Molson?
Aye.
Councilmember Campion?
Aye.
Councilmember Lamson?
Aye.
Mayor Hewer?
Aye. Motion passes 5-0 vote. Regular calendar, Parks and Rec Department. Subject, consider request from the Galt Chamber of Commerce and Galt Sunrise Rotary reallocating funds approved for the security of the Galt Oktoberfest being held on 4th Street to the Littleton Community Center, and Councilmember Molson will be recused.
Good evening, Mayor and some council members. Your subject description kind of describes everything, so no. So on May 15th, 2018, council approved the co-sponsorship of the 2018 Galtoberfest, which included street closures, security on 4th Street between B and C for the Chamber of Commerce and the Galt Sunrise Rotary. Since then, they've decided to hold their event at the Littleton Center, which will not cost the full $3,500 sponsorship that was awarded, but they are asking that they move the security that was approved for 4th Street to the Littleton Center for that event. The cost for 4 officers will be about $1,600, which is still a savings of $1,900 from the $3,500 approved. Another option that was thought of today after this report was filed is that using our private security company that we contract with, GS4, would be a cost of $720. That is another option if you did not want to direct staff to use the police officers at that location. So we're asking you to consider their request and provide direction to staff.
Any questions?
So we're actually saving almost $2,000 by moving the event?
Yes, 1,800.
And we're still using police officers at this point?
Well, that would be a decision you can make tonight, whether you'd want the 4 officers for the event or if you'd want our private security company, GS4. It's a cost savings of about $800 between the two.
Is GS4 used for other events?
GS4 is our security company for our events at our centers.
Well, I guess I don't understand why we wouldn't. I mean, I can understand using officers when you have street closures to deal with vehicle and traffic and so forth, but if it's at a building, I don't know that it's necessary to have police officers if the security would provide the same level of assistance.
At the time that the staff report was written, we believe that the request was for officers, the security was set at police officers, and then talking to the chief of police, he can actually answer a couple other questions where, good.
So the venue, when it was outside, the police officer will provide security not only for the patrons that are participating, but also for others that, come to the open forum. So by moving it indoors, you have a controlled environment. Our opinion at the police department is just having security officers was plenty. It will take care of our needs, and if there's any problems and stuff, they can call the on-duty officers to come and respond.
Do we have any public comment?
I believe a representative from the chamber is here if you'd like to ask her any questions.
Any questions? Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? I would agree that it sounds to me like using the private security firm, I mean,
sure,
officers it ends up being overtime,
Especially since we're still short some officers, and if you agree with that, and that sounds good.
I would make a motion to approve using
GS4.
private GS4. for the event.
Second.
Does the motion include the reallocation of the funds then?
And the reallocation of the funds for Oktoberfest to be held at the Littleton Community Center. Motion by motion by Mayor Hewer, second by Councilmember Campion. Call for the roll call vote.
Vice Mayor Cruz?
Aye.
Councilmember Molson?
Recused?
Oh, sorry. I'm still waiting. Councilmember Campion?
Aye.
Councilmember Lamson?
Aye.
Mayor Hewer?
Aye, motion passes 4-0 vote with one recusal. You can join us again, Councilmember Nelson.
Scared her.
In my absence, yeah.
Okay. City Clerk's report, amending Galt Municipal Code, Chapter 2.90, Beautification Committee, Chapter 2.95, Public Safety Committee, and Chapter 2.97, Commission on Aging regarding disclosure requirements.
Okay. The recommendation is to introduce, waive the first reading, and read by title only, the ordinance amending Chapter 2.90, 2.95, and 2.97 regarding disclosure requirements. Since 2012, the Beautification Committee, Public Safety, and the Commission on Aging have not been required to file under the city's Conflict of Interest Code. Back in 2012, it was determined it was not necessary for these committees to file because they didn't meet the criteria under any of the categories. This ordinance removes the disclosure requirement section in each chapter and brings the chapters current with today's practices. Attached to the agenda report is the current code sections with the strikeouts. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Any questions? Any discussion? Call for the motion.
I'll move for approval.
Motion by Councilmember Wilson, second by Councilmember Lamson. Call for the vote.
Vice Mayor Cruz?
Aye.
Councilmember Molson?
Aye.
Councilmember Campion?
Aye.
Councilmember Lamson?
Aye.
Mayor Hewer?
Aye, motion passes 5-0 vote. And Galt Youth Commission, student member appointment.
Yes. The recommended action tonight is to appoint a student member to the Galt Youth Commission to fill a vacant position and remaining term in accordance with city practice. Student member Cody Wilcox submitted a letter of resignation to the city clerk back in August 2018, and the adult mentors interviewed 2 candidates and are recommending Carolina Morello Cuevas to fill the vacant seat. It's up to you to make the appointment tonight, and I believe she's in the audience. Yes, there she is.
Would you like to say anything? You can come to the podium. Welcome.
I'd like to say thank you for appointing me, and I am very happy to be able to serve our community of Galt. That's it.
Thank you. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Vice Mayor Cruz, second by Councilmember Campion. Call for the vote.
Vice Mayor Cruz.
Aye.
Councilmember Molson.
Aye.
Councilmember Campion.
Aye.
Councilmember Lamson.
Aye.
Mayor Hewer.
Aye, motion passes 5-0 vote.
Congratulations.
I like how you put you're always available, except if you have to study for a test. School first.
Okay. Comments by staff. Mr. Clarkson?
Mayor and council. I don't know if you knew, but the new deep well at the industrial plant has been operating. Been operating for the last 3.5 weeks or so. It's been doing a good job. We have finally met after about back in 2010, we were given these time schedule orders by the state to come into compliance at our wastewater treatment plant, and with this well online, we now meet those orders, and we have completed that order from back in 2010. The amount of water we've produced so far will cover this whole city about 1/4 of an inch. So we're on our way. Any questions? I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you.
All the boxes are checked.
How many gallons is that?
About 25 million.
So both wells now are up and operating. Good.
Absolutely.
Mr. Arias?
A couple items. One, the Sacramento County Board of Supervisors approved the industrial annexation tax sharing agreement last Tuesday. And also last Tuesday, they approved the South Sacramento Habitat Conservation Plan. So it will come to the Galt City Council, I think mid-October, so October 16th City Council meeting. And they are putting together the Joint Powers Authority and the agency to meet with the representatives there. So this is really a big milestone for the plan, and we're really excited about bringing that forward. Another item, we are publishing the Cardosa subdivision environmental report actually tomorrow for public review, so we will distribute a copy to the council. We are expecting it to go to Planning Commission in November and then City Council in December. And if you recall, this is the 69-unit subdivision west of the cemetery off of Cost. So we're excited that that's moving forward, and that should do it.
Thank you. Kimberly?
I don't have anything further, thank you.
Chief?
Just a couple of items. So National Night Out was a huge success. And so for the first time, we want to thank all those that helped us put that on, the businesses and the citizens within the city of Galt. So we're actually going to be barbecuing for them on September 27th. So that's a good thing. And then October 3rd, from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the next Coffee with a Cop at Rayleigh's. October 3rd is National Coffee with a Cop Day. So we're participating there at Rayleigh's. So it's going to be a great event.
Mr. Solis?
I'd actually like to publicly thank my staff. We had a very busy weekend. If you guys couldn't tell, we had vet stock, senior spaghetti dinner, private event at Littleton. The sports complex was full. Harvey Park had a tournament there. The junior Hawks were playing on Saturday at Walker Park, and all while getting ready for the FFA dinner that's coming up. I just publicly want to thank my staff because they work hard and they do such a great job. So just wanted to say that.
Yes. It was a busy weekend.
Yes, it was.
They did a great job. Thank you. Cora?
I do have a couple things. So this morning I was able to attend a workplace investigations training over at the City of West Sac. It was a half-day training with a lot of great information. Lastly, I'd like to just mention some of our current recruitments. We are currently recruiting for the positions of police officer, finance director, lead dispatcher, recreation worker 1, public works maintenance worker 1, and I strongly encourage people to go to our website and check out the information and how to apply. That's all I got.
Thank you. City Manager, Jean?
Just a couple updates. Just to follow up, Vera Whitmerg and I attended the oversight board meeting. It was kind of an interesting kind of group. All the cities gave a presentation on the status of their redevelopment agencies. Vera did a great job in doing our presentation for us, and I think it was well received. Second, I attended a Greater Sacramento board meeting this last week. They gave us an update on kind of their strategic plan and their next steps, and trying to track businesses and companies to our region. So they're still moving forward, and I think a great pace, and I think it's a good that we are participating with the whole region and the economic development efforts.
Thank you. Councilmember Campion? Any further comments? Councilmember Lamson?
Nothing except that I missed our town's coffee when I was down in Long Beach. We have the best coffee shops here in town.
Councilmember Mawson?
I have nothing.
Vice Mayor Cruz?
Well, other than attending a lot of the same events this weekend, I did have the honor and privilege of attending 2 Eagle Scout Court of Awards.
Okay.
Many may not know, but only 4% of all the scouts that ever enter scouting earn that award. And it was a very high, it was high praise for both young men. And I was very impressed with what they did and how they went about it.
Congratulations. You share their names?
I knew you were going to do that to me. Jeremy
Well,
Nolan.
congratulations,
Jeremy
Jeremy.
Nolan was one of them.
Okay.
The other young man, I'm trying very hard to remember his name. He was actually from the Elk Grove area. But
It's a great achievement. It's a lot of work for those young men. So,
It is.
congratulations.
I just made Life Scout. I never made Eagle. Got close. It is, yes. It's not easy to make. Not easy. It's not easy to achieve that.
Anything further? Meeting adjourned.